Hi. So, full discretion right now, the last time I did this competition video, it was semi-scripted. Right now, it is not, because I am full of doing major things. I don't know if you can hear it, the washing is running, because guess what? This is my bedroom, and I didn't feel like cleaning up the main room, so here you go, my entire apartment. It's 3 rooms, I hope you enjoy. Alright, so, back to the video, sorry. A couple months ago, I did an art competition in my Discord server. It's a Pathologic themed Discord server. I don't think you've noticed that I like that game. Anyway, I had this theme that I would make my friends try a new medium and try to do something creative with the Pathologic IP. So it could be something that they were passionate about or something they found interesting and blah 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 blah, all that kind of stuff. You can watch the video. Last competition was a success, in my opinion. I really want to do another one, so I decided to do another one. Shocking news, I know. In this case, I really wanted to do something in the theme of the 20-year anniversary coming up on June 9th, and that's a couple weeks in the past from now, but don't even worry about it. I really wanted people to show what made them passionate about Pathologic, because everybody that I know, in any case, has this certain thing that they really care about, so why not make an artwork based on it, and try a new medium, and try to be creative? And they did. I'm going to show you 7 participants who all made something really cool for this competition, and because we had a bit more people than last time, namely almost double, there's 2 winners this time. Just a note of discretion, this competition was not based on skill or any of that. It's really because we wanted everybody to try a new medium and try something interesting and fun with something they really care about. We made sure to judge just based mostly on how much we feel that people have pushed how to express themselves, because that's what it's all about, right? Art is expressing yourself and showing how much you like something. So the judges have chosen, and I have compiled everything and compiled all the feedback and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I just wanted to add that really quickly. Not that it shows at all in the competition, because everybody did a great job, but I felt it was important because I really want to do more of these in the future, and I don't want people to feel afraid that they can't join, because I want you to. I think this is fun, I want to do more, so come on in. Also, second thing, really quickly before we get into the competition, if you want to help me do more of these events in the future, and namely I want to do a raffle once the game comes out so I can give out some free copies, feel free to look at my Ko-fi in the description and give me some money. Look, I have a minimum wage job, alright? I'm doing my best. I'm a student. But it'll be fine. It'll be fine, and there will be more, hopefully. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing. Go. Alright, so just like last time, what we're going to do is we're going to put the competition winners at the end. And before that, we're going to highlight every other contestant, because again, everybody did a great job. I put everyone else in a little sequence randomizer, so when someone gets shown is completely random and has nothing to do with any sort of rankings. I'll give a little highlight and I'll give a little judge feedback. And that's it. I hope you enjoy, and here is the first contestant. The first entry that was grabbed from the random sequence is an entry by our friend Heyhead. What Heyhead has made here is a little sculpture of the character Nara from Pathologic 2. This sculpture is made of almost entirely kids' modeling clay, one of the most notoriously annoying types of clay to play with. They mentioned the reason they were so passionate about Pathologic was because of Nara and the kin conflict. I can't mention in detail the reasons why, because these are major spoilers for Pathologic 2, but let's just say there's a major event with Nara that really spoke to them. The judges really liked this piece. They enjoyed how the needle is piercing through her heart and threading all around her body. It gives some sort of thread to fate, a hopelessness that you can't really fight against, and shows pretty accurately, in my opinion, the character arc that Nara happens to go through. This is a really good piece. Awesome work, Heyhead. The second entry is by our friend Xokagi. What they have made is a little piece, combination of 2D and 3D paper craft, depicting the 3 healers being tied on string, and also a little 3D craft polyhedron hanging right over them. What they mentioned got them passionate into the game was the fan art made. They felt it was kind of like the concept of playing dollies, and they wanted to depict that for us all. The judges really liked this concept. It's not shocking to imagine that the Pathologic fandom is a big fan of the playing Dolly's archetype, and I really think that's correctly emanated here. They like that the characters were like puppets on a string, and that the string is actual string. It's also the way that the characters seem to react to their environment, where Clara seems to be fighting back against the strings much like her real character. Very well done, Kusakagi. The next contestant is actually someone who was disqualified, and does not actually count in the rankings, but I wanted to show them off anyway, because they really tried. This entry is by Ball. What he tried to do was make a 3D animation and write a script, making one of the pantomimes from Pathologic 2, but then in his own style. Unfortunately, one of the hard things about trying a new medium is that you don't know how much work it's about to be, and he got his ass handed to him. But I did see how much effort he put in, and I found it honestly kind of sad to just leave it out entirely. So what I'm gonna do is I will be playing every single part mentioned in this little script, and adding some creative visuals to make sure that you can kind of see what's going on.
Have you forgotten your lines, Burach? A production can have only so many rehearsals, you know. We must make them count. I'm not sure if I ever knew them. I worry I may be a Menku in name only. Oh, please, Burach. Self-pity is not the Haruspex' modus operandi. Self-pity is for the ones who have their self-image challenged. Self-pity is for the ones who are cursed by themselves. Not you. You strike deep into the heart of darkness, unwavering. You have no delusions of grandeur. And you have no time to pity yourself at a time like this. Can't stomach it. Choosing who lives and who dies. How do I choose between the ring and the pointer finger? Dooming segments of the town, saving others. How do I make the right choice? Any choice is right so long as it's willed, Burach. That's what old man Burach told you, isn't it? Don't tell me you value the word of any old Erythor's side over his word. Why even come back to town if it's not with his words in mind? All right, it's decided then. We can't make any more progress here unless you rediscover your motivation. Maybe some familiar faces may illuminate the path before you, huh? No. The Earth District is where it started, but it spread quickly away. Penny for your thoughts, Serda. No, Burach. No, I appreciate it, but no. We all have our roles to play in fighting this plague, and mine is to find out exactly what it is. Oinon, with all due respect to you, are Nobodo. You cannot hold the world on your back. It has nothing to do with pride, kinsman. From the little I know of your culture, the kin sees all its members as a part of a single body, yes? To an extent, I agree, but a body isn't constituted of merely the brain. There's more than that. Then I have a specific role in this body, but am I cut out for the role I have been given?
You were tailor-made for it, Butcher. Bacteria can be healthy for the body, you know.
And you are an expert on the body of this town? In just a handful of days?
I am an expert on humanity, Butcher. You think I hate you, but I do not. I love you, as I love the town.
Is that so? The big city doctor seems to believe you were patient zero.
Well, that's... I am no plague bringer, Burach. I did not bring the plague. The plague brought me. As life may bring death, so goes the cycle.
What does the plague know of life?
Just as much as you do, Butcher.
The thing Ball really wanted to express was how much he liked the hardship in Pathologic, and fighting to the very end. He wrote for this a script where Artemy was feeling down on himself and felt indecisive before being reminded of the importance of his role, kind of showing how he's, fighting to keep going. And the judges really did like the script a lot. A lot of them mentioned how it did in fact feel like a pantomime from the game. We all really wish you had more time to finish it, and if you ever have time or need a little help, go back to it and we'll look at it together. The next entry is by the one and only Piotr. What he has made for us is a little painting of the step. It's a recreation of an old drawing that he did digitally, and now has decided to do it on canvas with acrylic paints. He chose this scene because he thinks it captures the identity of Pathologic well. It's a mixture of nature and tradition with modern and the natural. He remembers that the moment he saw the polyhedron in the step, it really clicked for him. And that's why for him, it's one of the most monumental scenes in the game. The judges really enjoyed this piece. One of them even remarked that they could really see Artemis out in the steppe picking herbs here while looking up at the polyhedron. It's giving a certain kind of loneliness that only Pathologic could really emanate, and I feel that this replicates that really well. So well done, Piotr. The next contestant is Danny, who has made us a reanimated version of something that he really enjoyed. Here it is. So what this entry really does is put this horrifying song in my head over and over forever. Thanks, Danny, that was great. In all seriousness, the thing that Danny really wanted to show he was so passionate about was fan content. Apparently, the video that he reanimated was one that he watched many times after getting into the fandom thanks to the H-Bomber Guy video. And apparently he didn't know much about the characters, but the video spoke to him on an artistic level, and so here we are. To be serious, we all really loved it. It's charming, it's adorable, it's simple, but it gets the message across. Even though it is a meme, it's just fun and nice to watch and listen to. It's stuck in my head, but I'll forgive you this time, Danny. Good job. The moment we've all been waiting for. It's time for the winners. The first winner is Magpie, who has decided to make a little miniature room of Peter's loft in Pathologic 1. Now with Magpie in specific, I know that they really like Peter, but what they mentioned being the reason why they chose to make this was because by the time it was day 6 to 12, they understood what type of game this was, namely shit hitting the fan. So what they chose to do is make Peter Stamatin's loft falling apart, where everything is quote-unquote shit hitting the fan. The judges really liked this. There was a unanimous agreement that you could really feel things going wrong just from how it looked. Now, as you can see, the room itself is a bit of a mess. We're assuming here that the plague has already hit and our buddy Peter might be dead. But what I really feel adds to it, and you can feel it in the spirit, though the judges did not in fact know this, is that Max told me that the way that they made this was with half a hot glue stick and a dream. Apparently none of this was made with scissors. They used a loose X-Acto blade and some hot glue and just hopes and dreams. And I want to add that we do not support this kind of creation, even though it really does add to the rugged and rundown feeling of the piece. But oh my fucking god, don't do that! You did win, but don't do that again! If anyone ever does this in a future entry, I'm letting you know now, you're gonna be disqualified. I'm not playing with that, but in the spirit of what you're trying to emulate here, yes, that is what you made, and it shows, and it's really well done. It is unfortunately, for my point here, a proof and a showing of the spirit of the competition that you can join and make something fantastical with barely anything, and that you can create as long as your heart is in it. But that being said, please be safe. Anyway, thank you Mags for the entry. It is gorgeous. The second person is someone who we might recognize from the last competition, who has once again knocked it out of the ballpark and is now banned. Cookie, you can't join anymore. It's done. I'm not giving you any more money. Anyway, he has made us a little video. It is a combination of music plus just general art creativity shenanigans. Jesus Christ. I guess I should just show you now. What I personally think is the best part of this entry is that it really encompasses the spirit of this competition. The medium that Cookie began with was just music, making a piece of music about the polyhedron, what it does in the story, and what it means to him. But it expanded, much like a lot of things that apparently Cookie likes to do, into a bigger form of self-expression and showing what he likes about the game. A lot of the things he mentions in his explanation is how much he likes the meta parts of the game, how every single character has a different representation of how they see the story, and the dualities that take part in Pathologic's story, and I think it really, really shows. I wish I had more smart things to say, but frankly, I think it speaks for itself, and a lot of the judges completely agreed, and it was unanimously agreed upon that they thought it was sick as fuck. Anyway, that is all the contestants and everything that everyone has made. It's honest to God amazing what people can do and just what they want to do to show us all how much they love the game. It's heartwarming in a kind of special way that I think only the Pathologic community is capable of, and I really hope people keep going, keep doing this, and just have fun. Make, create, and fucking live on. Whatever, dude. Anyway, that's enough for me for today, and I hope you have a good one. Bye-bye.